Hi friends, join me as I review this week with my journaling and plan for next week. All right, my friends, I have the rest of my kit here from last week that I used, which was the Cocoa Daisy Bible study one. And then I have my date scripts. And I have some washi that I'm going to use, but I wanted to start out first by kind of reviewing the last week. I think that would be kind of fun to do because I'm really just laying out the pages. I feel like the best value for this is to share last week. So let's start with the monthly, and I did change the monthly up. Here is what I have done. I've written, I think everything else is the same. Oh, I forgot to tip these off, so let's go ahead and do that while I'm doing this. Today is the 9th, but I've done my Bible and this, and I've done my prayers, so we're good. I just kind of missed the first few days of this one, but so this I've decided to use kind of as like the theme of the catechism study that I'm doing. So I put that there, and I feel like that is, really good. I'm liking that better. So there's some white out here. I'm okay with that. Again, my only problem is when I have more than one. So like here I had two. So I think I'm just going to wait until I'm done at the end of the day and then fill it out. That kind of was my thought, so I know how I can make it look nice in here. So this is a trial by error because, I guess trial by using to see how it works, and that's how it's working. So let's go into this week. And I have a study for this one. I have a video sharing my thoughts for the book of Joshua because I finished the book of Joshua. I just finished the book of Judges, so stay tuned because that will be in the next one. But I want to put numbers on here, I think, next time, because these are my little points. I was breaking down each of the chapters of that book and kind of what it meant and putting them together. And so I think I'm going to put numbers in here. I will probably come back and do that in another Bible study. I decided to put my notes here. It said sermon notes up here, but I wanted more for the Bible study. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and fill out a few things with you guys here and finish this book. And then here is how my week is going. And I've just been writing my scripture a day here. I decided to use this for my study, for what I'm reading in the Bible. And then if I'm reading more than one, then I just kind of put it in there. I put it down here. These are just thoughts I wanted to put. I'm thinking I'm going to put like thoughts or extra reading down here. And so, yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. And then I just have some different things that I am, thinking on, praying on, and then pondering. So I feel like that is working well for me here in this particular book. Now, I haven't done Sunday yet because today is Saturday, but I think we'll go back and review this one more time with my next one. So that is everything. So I think I might finish my sermon notes here, come back and do that. But until then, we're just going to set up this page, and I'm going to wait to even lay down washi, I think. Maybe... No, I did like how I did that. I put weekly reflections and I just put the book that I did like how I did that. Okay, so let's just do that again. So I'm using this kit from Cocoa Daisy, and this is the washi I'm using for this week throughout all of my planners. So I'm just keeping it consistent. And this is what I have going on here. So I'm just going to rip some and put it down here. And I really like how I did that. So we're going to keep it pretty consistent. But I'm going to refer a little bit. I think I just put it down here. I did. That's what I did. All right. We're just going to go like that. And this, I think I'm going to, this is weekly Bible study. So I think this is intended to like write what you're studying, your readings or whatever. But I just didn't like to use it that way. So yeah, I think it's okay though. It's fine. You can use it however you want. And we're going to get another long piece here of this one and put it down here. Just kind of blend those together. I'm staying pretty focused on whatever I'm using from the Cocoa Daisy set. So the thing I have loved about this last week was the pen that I used, which I will show you guys. I think I'm going to end up buying the set. I got this one in a subscription box, which is the Mildliner Fine. So it has like a regular pen, like a little bit thicker pen here, and then you can see the difference. That's the font. And then this is a very thin pen, and I love that for in here. So I do really like that. I don't have it, but I'm thinking I might go ahead and pick some more up of these. I think they're really nice. So we'll see if I can get them for this next week. But I did really enjoy that. This may not stick. I may have to put some tape over that, or some glue, but we'll see. Okay, on to this week. Again, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I like how I just did some small washi there, but I kind of want to do a different washi. So I have this one on my ring. This is a washi ring. Well, I made it into a washi ring. But I have this thin washi right here, and I feel like this will go with this as well. So we're going to pull it out. And this is also from Coco Daisy, but this is from, I believe, the January subscription. So, and I'm just going to go ahead and put where it was priorities, right? Is that what I did? Priorities, and then down here physical health, which I don't mind putting that in here, but I also don't intend to put that in here, so I don't know. Let's see. We'll just have to see what ends up happening. There we go. I'll just set this up super quickly. And then down here as well. And this way I don't have to white out a bunch of stuff. I think that'll be much better. It will bulk up over time though, but we'll have to see and how I handle that later in the future, I guess. That is a future problem. But I will say, I'm going to reflect. I really enjoyed the book of Joshua. I really enjoy Joshua, the prophet. He is just such a great example to me, and I just really enjoy him. I'm going to cut these down while I'm talking to you. These are from Craft Penguin Planner, and they're just a little bit too big for this space, so I'm just cutting them down. But anyway, he is such an example of, choose you this day whom you will serve, but as for me and my house, I will serve the Lord. And I need to cut some more. 5, 6, 7, so it's to the 17th. Is that correct? Let me go to my monthly. 11 to 17, yes. I'm doing that because I don't want to cut all of them off and lose them. So I'm just going to cut down to 17. There. So that I don't lose them. But anyway. And he was such an example of faithfulness and just not questioning God. And I just really enjoy that about him. I mean, he followed in Moses' footsteps and just really led the people to victory over and over again. He kept calling them to live a righteous life. And I think he was a phenomenal. So I'm just really excited that I finished him. I always really enjoy that. It always reminds me of the movie. So I'm just going to tear this off. Sorry, guys. When I have to do that, I just kind of pull this end up with my tweezers. There we go. And there we go. Like that. It always reminds me of the 10 Commandments, the old movie. I don't know why. But yeah, just some thoughts of Joshua. Here, I just kind of put, like I said, you guys, if you haven't seen this, it's up on my channel. But it just talks about how Joshua is continuing to talk to God and be faithful. And so because of his faithfulness, God remembers his promises. And then, he's just sharing, be courageous, even in times when you don't feel like it's going to be okay. But you just keep showing up and God shows up. And something else in my study that I was learning, and not necessarily in the Bible, but in my other one, is that, God chose us in spite of our sin. He didn't come to us when we were perfect, right? So he loves us the way that we are, and he wants us to find him and come back to him. So I really loved that thought, that he's always with us, and we just have to continue to remember to show grace, choose love, and choose virtue, and keep being consistent and working on those things. And gives me so much hope for the week. So let's get on to, whoops, sorry. These are I don't think they're cut off. They're probably just because I cut them, so I kind of messed up where they're perforated, which just makes it a little bit harder to peel, but I don't mind. I want to use them up because I purchased them and I don't want to be wasteful. So I'm don't mind just taking a little extra time here. But typically they come up fairly easy. I've never really had a problem with her numbers, and I've used them for years. So this is the second year. I think she's offered this set. So I believe it's the second year that I have been into it. But grab off Sunday while I'm here, if I can. Yeah, I really do feel like it's just because I had to cut them. There we go, see? They're perfectly fine. Okay, so let's do Saturday here and Sunday. Oops, take that piece that I cut off. There we go. There we go, that looks really good. Okay, so that's set up. I'm gonna continue to look at this because this is a new planner for me. And then I'm gonna put the washi down here. Okay, that's what I was going to do. Where did I put the washi? Here it is. And we'll just put this down across the bottom, making sure I stay in frame because this is a large planner. So I just want to make sure that I stay in frame for you guys. You can see. There we go. That looks really good. And so again, I'm just going to use this section up here to write my study. And then I'm not sure exactly. Oh, I think I started to use the catechism little verses that I was reading, but I didn't finish it. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Again, I'm still trying to work through this. And then this is my scripture writing, extra reading, anything down here. Then my post-it, my prayer, and then my ponder, pause and ponder. And I want this to be things that strike me as I'm studying. And then one of the things, I wanted to write a prayer here. So let me pull that up because it was just, there was one I wanted to write. Let me see if I can find it. No, that's not it. I can't remember where it is. I wanted to put a prayer, so I think I'm gonna have to pause and find it. But I'm also not sure what color of pin. I kind of wanted to use some of this blue. And I have this one here. I don't know if this will be too big, but we're going to try it for the prayer part anyway. And then on the sidebar, I think I might need to put a little extra glue there. On the sidebar here, I don't need those. I'm going to put another little something over here. And I kind of want to decorate a little bit here as well. So let's do that because I have plenty to use for the next couple of weeks here. It says, Dear Jesus, dear Lord. They're so pretty. Let's layer a couple pieces, I think. God is within her. She will not fail. I love that. I love that. So let's maybe start with that. Maybe put it down here. And I want to leave this pretty open, like I said, because this is really for my thoughts and things. But I also want to use up what I have. So I think we're going to use Dear Lord. And then I'm going to layer it with some flowers. So let's do that like this. Like that. And then it does go over a little bit into here, but that's okay. I still have room to write. That's really lovely. And then I want to balance it out with maybe something over here. So let's see what I have I can use. This is a quote. Sin takes away freedom. Keep going on your path to find God. Just notes, I guess, that I had said. Let's just do like a little something like this, like a little swatch, like just something like this. And then perhaps I can put a floral or something in it. Or maybe a stamp. Let's do a stamp. Like that. There. This cute little something. All right, I like that. That'll be really pretty, and it'll be fun for me to use this next week. But again, I'm just going to see how this pin writes up here. And let me get a little bit more. I need to get a little glue. So let's do that as well. And put a little glue. This is a new blue pen, so I just need to make sure. Let's see if that even came out. I don't know. We're going to try. Okay, may not have come out. But this is going to be the book of Book of Judges. So let me put that over here. Yeah, I didn't get, nothing came out. Book. Oh man, I think the pen will write well if I can spell well. So sometimes I just get nervous writing while people are watching me. But anyway, Book of Judges. And I'm not quite done. I'm reading about Samson right now, so I should finish it this week, and then I should be able to Bible journal about it. So I already have some of my keynotes ready to go. So let me see if I have a stencil. I think I don't have that. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for right now. I want to be able to go back, I was going to do my mass notes, wasn't I? Let me get my little journal that was on the go with me and pull out. These were some of my thoughts. Yeah, so let's do this. And let's let me see if I have any. Yeah, let's use maybe a couple of these. Because he had the Last Supper, he revealed 2 things, and then, actually it's 5 things. So let me see, do I have 5? 1, 2, yeah, let's just use some of these perhaps. And let's just do my notes. And I'm going to do, this is the Sunday before. So this was the Sunday of the 3rd, I believe is what it was. Yes, so that's how I'm going to do it, just because I won't be able to finish this until the following week. So we're going to do that. So I'm just going to write in here. Let me get my pen again. I'm going to use the same marker. And it just said, let's see, this was the 5th Sunday of Easter, I think is what it was, right? Let me look really quickly, because I believe this week is the 6th Sunday of Easter, I believe, but let me look and see. Yes, so it was the 5th Sunday of Easter was this day, and this was, I'm just going to put May 3rd here so I know. And then let's do a couple of these key points here. So these were the 3 that when he was comforting the disciples, he talked about faith amidst tribulation, revealing he is the direct way to the Father, and then the Father's house. He revealed there is a Father's house, and then the unity is between the Son and the Father, which proves Jesus' divinity. And those are my thoughts from that. So I'm just going to put those with a pen. Where's my pen? Maybe, I don't know if I want to use, I think I will use a black pen if I can. I get on, there we go. Here it is, okay. So I'm going to do faith. Let's see if it'll fit in here. I don't think they will. So I could maybe do it up here like this, amidst tribulation. And then, so maybe I will do, let's do this. So let's do of this. Jesus comforting, disciples at the Last Supper. And then here is what he reveals. So this one, and then I think I'm going to do, I'll draw a line. I have a ruler, here we go. And I will just do another box. So why don't I write the next one? Revealing he is the direct way to the Father. And then I think I'm going to frame this with a shadow marker. So let's do another color. Let's try like maybe a blue. No, there's no blue in this one, so let's try this one. There we go. Making our own box. There we go. And then the next one is the Father's house. Oh, maybe this is too close to that one, so let's go to this one. Father's house. And then the next one I might have to squish in there. Unity between Father and Son. So I'm going to go over to here and use this one. Unity between the Son and the Father. The Son and the Father. And that is the next one here. Put that here. Maybe I'll, yeah. Should I scoot it over just a tad? Let's do that. Father's house, unity between the Father and Son, and Jesus, which proves Jesus' divinity. Let's use this one. Divinity. There we go. And then I'm going to do, let's do I am the way, the truth, and the life. There we go. And I think that's everything that I had thought. Those were just my quick notes that I took during Mass. Okay, is there anything else I wanted to say about that? No, I think that's it. So then let's put a little something right here with maybe a little thought. Let me put, let's see if there's a little something, maybe like this, that I can use as a layering piece, and then just use trust, rejoice. God is good all the time. Very blessed. Maybe very blessed. There we go. Just something like that. And then that finishes that page up. Other than the fact that I do want to get my stencils out, and I will write numbers on that, but we'll show it again. But I really like how that turned out. So there's my Mass notes. This is my look at my Bible study notes and my week so far. Again, I'll go finish this up. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some of this other tape on here. Let's see. Oh, this one's working. Let's use this glue. It's not staying. It's staying down here, so I just wonder if it was just up too much. There we go. That should work for sure. I saw it come down on that one. Okay, so then here's my prep for my Bible study, which is going to be the Book of Judges. I'm almost done with it. And then my week set up for my reading. Really excited. I think it looks really, really pretty. Let me just keep it in frame again for you guys. But there it is. It's ready. I'm ready to go. Stay tuned on the markers. I might use this one. I might use something else, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm loving it. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to try to do the Monday video and Thursday videos on this channel. So the Thursdays will be the Bible study at the end of the week. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm wishing you guys a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.